Bébé, bonjour. Okay, so I am sorry. Alright, for I am experimenting something today. For the first time, I am going to use my new controller that I got for Christmas. And, I don't know what the buttons do. So I discovered accidentally that this closes the menu. Okay, so this button selects stuff. Snow tomorrow, clear and sunny on the island. No luck. How do I change the tool? I want to select this. Okay, so that does the same kind of thing. No, no, that moves me around as well. And so does this one. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, well. I should do that not right in front of the thing. Title. Let's try again. I am a pro. Hi, Jaxie. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, let's try to change the tool here. Not that. Not that. Okay, not that. This changes the tool. Not that, but jeez. How do I use it now? Oh yeah, this one. Yes. I'm really trying to understand how to use the controller. Oh dear, had tons of things to do. Yes, 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 it's fine. Yes. Pick that up. Alright. A horse. No. Yeah. Yeah. Made it! I need to be more gentle on the joystick. I don't want to break it right away. That'd be tragic. How do I get out of here? Ah, yes, of course. Oh, this is an interesting way to play. Here. Oh. Oh dear, I don't know how to reorganize the inventory like this though. Wait. Ah, it's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to sell this. So, put it down there. Eggs. Whoop, oh, oh, oh. You went too far. Ah, ah, ah. And this goes here. Here. This I keep. Okay, like this, like this, like this. Sometimes I make some mistakes, but it's fine. Alright, where did I put my horse? Horse. I should pick up some fruits for the thing. How do I... How do I... Nope. How do I pick only one? Nope. Ah. Okay. I should. Take care of my cat. Okay. So... How did I change the thing I was holding? Like this. Not that. Yay! Starting to kind of be able to do things. Aha! Yes, that makes sense. Aha! Okay, milk. Good. Alright, this. Okay. Aha. Yay! Well. Okay, oops, I am going to hold this. So no accidents happen. Alright. Mushrooms. I don't have mushroom for you, my pretties. But it's not for you to grow in. Ha. Is there anything to grab around here? That would... I don't think there's anything I can grab. Alright. Okay. I think. Trees. Not too bad. Hello. Haven't caught you live a while. Time zone things. I should go to sleep. It's midnight already. Oh, is it? Here it's like 5 p.m. Well, in 20 minutes. Aha! So if I want to have you around, either I need to stream much later or much earlier. I see. Alright. I'm trying to try different hours to stream to ease the viewer experience for people from various time zones. If you're tired now because it's midnight, you should go sleep. Your health is important. I click this by accident all the time, but it's my favorite menu. I'm always on this menu, so I guess it's fine. Eh, yeah. Haha. Meh. I'm kind of doing okay with the controller. It's not too bad. Like, go here, grab this tool, trying to line myself well, use the tool, go back on the horse. Nice, easy, sweet, gentle. I think that might go faster if I didn't go all the way around. Maybe I can cycle to the other side. Okay, now I need eggs. No, no, no. Ah, no. Hello, Skybreath. How are you? Ah, okay. Let's try to put some things for sale. This, this, and this, this. All right. Yeah, okay button. Should put my tar in the box so it's not in the way. I forgot to do it earlier. Well, I'm playing a game that I like. I'm trying to learn how to use a controller with it, but it's not too stressful. It's not like last time. I think maybe I should stop stressing so much. There's strange stuff happening in my life, as you are aware, but there's a thing I didn't really talk about because it's very new, and I don't know how to bring it up without like making it very serious and um dramatic, because this is not something that can be fun in any way, shape, or form. For maybe I should go to the desert. I haven't been to the desert buying new seeds for a while. So, yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's grab this. Is there anything here? I don't think so. Hello, hello, sweetie. I'm so glad that the bus is back in service. It was starting to get lonely out here. I almost went out of business. Hey, but now you're here to buy a whole bunch of seeds, right, sweetie? Ha, you bet I am. How many did I get right now? 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 is good, right? Don't you think? Yeah, 20 is good. Alright. Um... Pamsdale's work is over. I should let her go home. But... But I'm not done checking around everything. Stones. Exactly the thing I dreamt to win. Clay, warp totem mountains. But nice stuff happens too. I had nice stuff happening to me too, not just bad stuff. So that's neat. Obviously, we want nice stuff to happen sometimes, don't we? My loyal horse was a loyal horse. Hmm, where could I go? Should I talk to people? I rarely talk to people. I'm shy and awkward. I'm following this guy home. It's kind of creepy. Also, I'm on a horse. Horseback riding, following this guy home. Hey, Mayor Lewis! Mayor Lewis, notice me! Notice me! I'm on a horse! Joking. Don't worry, I'm not that weird. Just kind of a little bit weird. You know, a normal level of weird. Copper. Woo! Ore is always precious. This is so smooth. I like using the controller. I don't know if I'll think of doing this like every day, but this is a nice experience. Would renew that in the future. Hmm. Maybe I should go in the woods. There's not much I can do around here, is there? My horse can go in here, right? Okay, that's all I wanted to know. don't know why I said hello out loud to that NPC. It's not like he can hear me. I did not even talk to him in the game. But I just said hello. I'm a bit of the same good old me, I guess. Weird through and through. Mixed seeds. Have mixed feelings about you guys. Can't use you right now. Okay. Hmm. So I went to the mall so many times recently. That sounds like a very weird thing to do. Like I went to the mall a bunch of times, but that I did that. Palm fossil. Huh. I The first time was an accident. Like I wanted to try on mattresses for my new bed, and my mom had an appointment with the phone guy. Let's call him the phone guy. I know he has a name. I know what his name is, but I mean, I'm not going to name drop people in here randomly. um, I think I should go sleep. Yes. So, yeah, she had a meeting with that guy to make her phone plan like official. Hmm. And yeah, she was late for that meeting thing, so she brought me with her to there, and I spent the day there. Uh, and there was a bug with the phones. Well, there was sunny in both places. There was a bug in the whole phone service. Very lucky, okay? And that made it so that um Zaitan was collecting dust in the tool shed. I figured you might be able to use it. A bomb? What? Kent? What are you trying to tell me? Well, thanks anyway. Let's drop some stuff in that box. Not like that. Do I? I'm going to try hold something that I don't. I can't put that in the box, so. Ah. Okay. Ah. Alright. That sounds just right. Okay. Uh, seed. Alright. Oh yeah, so there was a bug in the system, the whole phone company thingy. So the phones did not get activated for neither of for any of the family members who changed their phone, which was my mom, my brother, and I. My dad had been given a phone by one of his friends, like an iPhone, not too old, so he could use it. I had been using for a few years a Samsung Galaxy S5, and it really wasn't really working anymore, so I changed. Because that was torture to use. Eggs. Put that down there. I don't care for now where it goes. Whoop. Okay. Keep it. Boop. Uh, right. So, yeah. I don't know what my mom's doing, but sure is doing the thing. Hello, Chippy! Came back from his little walkies. A very, very, very snowy dog. Very, very cute. My brother had no cell phone at all, and my mom had been using some Nokia flip phone from how long ago? A long time. That wasn't very useful anymore. Let's just say that it had lived its life. So we're pretty much due to change. Anyway, they were not working. You couldn't send texts, you couldn't phone people, you could use like the fun stuff the phones can do, like go online or um what else? You could choose what ringtone you would get and stuff like that, you know? But you could not you could not call people. And that's kind of a basic thing to do with a phone. That's kind of the thing it's supposed to be doing. So we had to go back, and I decided to come because I was really craving ice cream. And there's an ice cream place in the shopping mall. So I went to the shopping mall one day for ice cream because I am a very reasonable human being that does things for good reasons. You know, ice cream is a good reason for things. What can I say? I do love my ice cream. Um, my doggo is being extra cute again. I have some of these ready. Do not eat it. Oh, I know. I'll hold this. So there's no risk of me eating anything. So I went for the ice cream. And while waiting for the more boring stuff, I would go to the geekish store. It's not an actual place. I mean, it's not called like that. But I go to the store that sells geek stuff because it's my favorite place. And I check what they have. And I dream. Like, I saw this manga collection. It's for kids, but I don't care. When I see something for kids, I think there's going to be nothing that I will find disturbing there, usually. That's one of the appeals of that. Like, it's going to be very sweet and nice. Nothing weird that will creep me out or make me feel like it's gross or anything. No, no, just nice, soft stuff. Yeah. So, let's go get the mushrooms. It was like classics of literature, but in manga form. And I like manga and I love some of these stories, so I was thinking, oh, that would be nice. Maybe I should get that. Um, yeah, what was that? That? What's that? Do I have? I have a cherry bomb in here, so I'll put the other one here with it. Um, the other things, I don't know where to put them. I'm going to put this back here. Right. Oh, I should use my star fruit for wine. Right. I can't see when the text over it. Okay, I don't have any more eggs. Good. Uh, think I'm holding the cheese. Perfect. So put. Okay. Going to sell. Alright. Do I have warp totems? Yes, in here. Okay. My riches box. I do have this. This. Hmm. Was I talking about? These books, yes. I think they would be interesting. I like them. I'm curious what it looks like as a manga. There was a lot of choices, but a lot were missing, so obviously it's still a work in progress. They're still making some. I'm convinced that they're not done because there are definitely classics that are not there. Things that I feel should have been there and weren't. And by classics of literature, I'm not talking about the stuff that your teachers forces you to read in school that nobody likes and is super boring. Because I would not like to read these again. The only book I think that the school forced me to read that I liked was like not the usual thing from the curriculum the teachers had. It was just a personal pick from the teacher herself. She she found that book, she read it. She thought, "My gosh, it's hilarious" because it was a comedy. And she decided she wanted to show us because it was a local writer. So that felt like it would help the writer be more known and all. Woo! Is this a tree? That looks like a tree. I don't want trees growing here. It's my rock area. Hey! Whoop. Yeah, so that book was very funny indeed. I loved it. After I was done reading it for school, I bought a copy for myself because I just liked it that much. Yeah, teachers aren't always making you read the best stuff, but I have to give it to that teacher, that specific one, that she knew what to pick. She had nice taste. When she could pick a thing herself rather than just pick the book that she was already forced to make the students read, it was good books. I remember the same year, that same teacher made us read the most horrifying book I've ever read in my life. It was so bad, so horrible, so nightmarish that it still haunts me to this day. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, wow, this thing exists. Why? That really was the worst book. You know there are books like that they make us read for school. They have some sort of shock value, right? They want you to think or something. I don't know what we were supposed to think from that one specifically. I don't think you would ever know even about this one because it's also a local book, I think. But like I probably talked about this already in the past because it's just that weird. But like, I'm not expecting to have like a Bulle Celeste connoisseur who watched every single episode of my live streams and know exactly what I'm talking about right now. So I'm just going to talk about it again because I just talk about whatever I'm talking about. That's the way it goes. I am sorry for you having to hear about that horrifying book. So it was a story of some little boy who was best friends with, well, another little boy. She'll go back home. Yeah. And nothing that felt too weird at first. It seemed very cutesy and sweet. You had these children who were full of wonder and imagination. They were having fun and playing together. There was nothing like horrible about this. Obviously, that was just sweet. A tad insipid at times. From well, you weren't part of the game. You would just hear about it. So, like, okay, they really like the things that they like. Mostly they were into they were really into the idea of someday going to Africa because the best friend of the main character came from there. Was adopted by like white parents from Canada, but lived the first years of his life, the early ones, in Africa, somewhere in a place with war, I suppose. Okay, that, 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 this, this. I'm going to sleep with my ball of yarn. Okay. Doo-doo. Not too bad. Hmm. Right? Starting to be used to the controls. Snow tomorrow. But sunny day on the island, of course. No snow on the island. Neutral. I could open up my geodes, I suppose. Whee! Alright, put... Whoa, whoa, whoa. all that away. Yes. Cat. Love you, cat. Oh. Oh, and another one of these. Okay. So, yeah, that sounds like it's not important that they were reading to Africa, but it was really important. Like they constantly played that they were going back there, like every day. That was their only game. They were constantly talking about it. They were constantly talking about, one day we'll be able to go, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. But they turned it wrong. These two kids, they were not good for each other. They were basically obsessed with certain things together, and they were both fueling each other's obsessions. That was very weird, and you just had to look at it and witness it on your own and be like, that cannot end well. um, oh, that. Okay, so for instance, they were obsessing over the idea of going back to Africa and were trying to make up plans on how to go. Rather than, like, I don't know, waiting to be adults or at least something like that, old enough to go on a trip, like pay for plane tickets and go. They were determined to go on their own, find a way, which they obviously couldn't do, but they wanted to find a way anyway. Um, how can I even say? So they were going to the same school together, and they were also obsessing over a girl from their school, which felt weird already. But since they were always kind of portrayed as being these innocent kids that cannot do wrong, I just kind of, I don't know, I was like, that's kind of weird, but I guess that's fine. They're they're just random kids, so what could go wrong? Everything went wrong. So they found another girl that was kind of like the first one, but wasn't. But she looked alike very much, and they were like, now it's perfect. Four is the perfect number. Three was bad number. Four is where it's at. All right, I guess fine. like, yeah, okay, so they both wanted to date the first girl, so they found a girl that reminded them of the first one, so they can both have a date, I suppose. They don't know which one will be with who, but that doesn't matter. They just they just both will have a girlfriend of sorts, I guess. Okay, fine. Uh, I'll come back later for that. They they were friends. They befriended the girl, so I felt like it would be normal. That didn't help. They acted really normal most of the time, so it made me not realize. And I think maybe that's what was the book supposed to do. Make you not think that something is wrong while something is wrong. What do you mean? It's great. That's okay. That's useful. What am I supposed to do with this one? Thank you. So, yeah, I was unsure, but they wanted to be with the cute girl. That happens, and uh, that could have worked if they went about it normally, but they didn't. They did not go about it normally. They didn't. They absolutely had to go the weird way about it. They kidnapped both girls, kept them in like barrels or something that they were trying to use as boats to reach Africa. Let me remind you that they were in Canada. Oh my gosh, there are prisons. This. At this point, it would be sad if something fell off. Because you don't want people to lose their presents. Is there something that aren't like actual prisons? Prisons? I am not sad that there was nothing that fell off from me. I don't want people not to get their presents. Yeah, so um that point, like, you could not deny that everything was wrong at this point. In the first place, when you start by kidnapping people, something is not okay, I would say. And yeah, aside from kidnapping, trying to navigate inside of a barrel to a totally different continent does not sound like a good idea to me. Um, if I remember well, one of the girls drowned, and like the other one remained like scarred for life, absolutely traumatized. N- no wonder. I mean, what the heck was that experience? Like this kid, she's been hanging out with, she was friends with. Well, she thought she was friends with, just ended up being an absolute weirdo that um caused a lot of harm. How not to be shocked? As far as I know, the kids were still being weird too. Like they weren't kids anymore, but like the one of them went to jail, the other one I don't know what happened. I don't remember. That was so weird. They weren't supposed to see each other anymore, but they definitely wanted to see each other again. They were still obsessed with one another. Magma geode? Never seen something like that. Like, that book went from boring to nightmarish. I suppose that a lot of people would have found it really cool because of the shock value. Like, it starts so cutesy and then it turned out so wrong. Wow. And oh, should have been able to see all the red flags from the beginning and all that. I understand, but that was so weird. I I am still perplexed. Like, oh, really? Obviously, it was extremely strange. I I am so confused by this book. Teachers. Why were we supposed to read this? What was this supposed to teach us? What were we supposed to keep from this? What was the deal with this? What was that? Whoop. It's not what I wanted. uh, this, yes, this is what I wanted. Yes. This. This. Oh dear, so many things are happening all at once. Step 6. Oh dear. Oh no. Mm, I understand. They were trying to do something epic, cool, I don't know. They were trying to teach us to be careful about things, to listen to our guts if something feels off, maybe it's wrong. Something like that. I don't know. The thing is, I really don't know. Because it's just so odd, you know? Nothing to learn from this. Just like that. It's nothing to learn from this because you're so confused at the end. You're so shook that you just can't really think. Years later, I'm still confused. I really didn't like that book. It's not. It wasn't my thing. No, it wasn't my thing. Wasn't. 40. Yes, I go sleep. I don't know. This book was weird. This is not the kind of book I like. I feel like it would have been better of make us read actual books that people like. I maybe written differently it would have been more interesting, but going from absolutely boring to extremely shocking right at the end out of nowhere was kind of weird. That's quite a weird story. Yeah, I mean, what? I'm so confused. Like, I understand how that book could have worked, but it didn't. Okay. Lucky, alright. Like, they could have given us more signs that something was going to go wrong. It felt kind of out of nowhere. Not entirely out of nowhere. Like there are things that I'm like in retrospect, yes, that was odd, definitely. So I should have kind of seen it coming, but mostly it was just like maybe you could have kind of predicted it, sort of, but not really. Maybe the book was like, see, even kids can be not so innocent after all, or something. I don't know. Because they were teens when they did the thing, the messed up thing. Not too old teens either, like old enough to know that what they were doing was wrong, that and old enough that they shouldn't have even thought of doing it. I don't want to sell. Ah, finally. So, it was so strange. I don't understand why they had to make us read this. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. There are so many better books out there, but they had to make us read this. Why? What made them think that it was a good book for students to read? I asked that about so many stuff, but like this one was the worst offender, I think. It was really the one that made me think like, why? Oops. But I suppose that there has to be at least one student that liked it. I'm happy for them. I'm sad it wasn't me. I suffered through this read. I already don't like reading books. So being forced to read a thing I end up hating is even worse. I already feel like, oops, I am like wasting time when I read something because I'm such a slow reader. It takes me forever to get anywhere in the book. Like at school, it wasn't rare when we had to read a book for school to spend all of my free time reading it, not enjoying reading it, and in the end, I would still not have finished it, and I had to ask for my mom to help. Like, please, can you read it out loud for me until the end, starting from there, so I can answer the questions they'll ask me in the quiz tomorrow about this book. I can't finish it. Like there's more than half of it left. I don't know what to do. I'm a very, very slow reader. I was good at writing, but not at reading. So, I need some seeds. Four, huh? Okay. So I wanted like to read stuff that at least I would like. That was really rare. Really, really, really rare. That's cool. Unless it would let you pick the book. Then I would at least try to pick something I would be interested in. I still wouldn't have finished the book at the end. But, you know. Oh, ah! Yes! Woohoo! Or. Ah, uh. Ah, where am I? There's only one left. Do not eat it. The cheese. Let's sell some things. Um. Once they made the street the absolute classic of literature. Too bad they picked one of the worst ones. They picked. What in the world is this called in English? Well, maybe it's called exactly the same thing as in French. Maybe. I don't know. Like the love story that ends super bad, but it's not Romeo and Juliet? um. I hated that one as well. That's not great, but like, why? I don't understand why they had to make it that way. I don't even remember anything from this story. I just remember that they fell in love. It was very boring. And then it ended bad. You know, I'm all in for love stories. So if I read your romance and I'm bored, that's not a good sign at all. Ooh. Okay. What is this? Big site? Alright. Uh. Huh. Okay. Found strange stuff. Cool. Wow, bunny. There are probably awkward scenes too. Because I'm all in for romances, but I don't like when they start doing strange stuff. And when I say strange stuff, I mean like adult stuff. I don't like it. I prefer when they keep it at holding hands, hugging and cuddling, and like they can have a kiss. It's fine. I don't want them to take the clothes off and do stuff. I don't like it. It's gross. So, well, I assume that they're thinking we're teenagers. They're into this kind of stuff. I'm not. I'm an adult. I'm still not into that kind of stuff. And that's fine. I don't need to be into this kind of stuff. This is very unnecessary. So, one of the reasons why I like, for example, um, oops, I'm in the wrong tool. Yes, like Jane Austen. Uh, well, I did not read books, but like in the movies, nothing too like shocking was done like for people to see, like to read about, to witness. This kind of thing happens only of page, probably. At least it happens off screen in the movies and shows to adapt the books. So that's why I feel that way. And also there are kids versions of these books like to for sale for the younger audiences. So I am pretty sure they don't do that kind of thing there, because a long time ago the parents would have riot against it otherwise. The bunny went in front of the tree, in front of the top of the tree. That made no sense. But it's okay. But it's always interesting to ha to discover new stories. But you never know how you're going to feel about it. So that's kind of tricky, you know? So if you're picky the way I am about what you like and you dislike, you have very specific tastes. And if you're a slow reader like I also am, you're not the type to pick up a book you don't know what the story is and just read it as a pastime because you feel like you might waste your time. If that makes sense. I tend to feel like I wasted my time when I read things that I don't know what it is. Because there's no guarantee I'm going to like it in the end. There's no guarantee for a payoff of sorts. I much prefer when I already know what the story is. Because in that case, well, all the time I spend reading it will not be in vain, right? If I already know what the story is, I already know that I like it. If I don't know what it is about, it's like playing Russian roulette or something. There is no guarantee of anything. I wonder if I'm the only one who feels that way, but sometimes before I actually check something for the first time, I wanted the spoilers. I'm going to actively check out the things that I feel like I'm going to like them. So sometimes I like to know what the ending is. That's weird for a lot of people, but I kind of like to know what it is before I started. Especially with books, but I kind of like that with movies as well. I like to know what to expect. Like for instance, when my good friend Beluga Mystic that was there for my watch along the last time I had one, uh she's the one who introduced me to the Jane Austen books, right? And stories. As I said, I didn't read the books. I only watched the adaptations. But like, I still know about the stories technically because of that. But she introduced me to these. I had heard about them, but I was convinced that like Pride and Prejudice ended horribly. She told me, no, 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 it has a good ending. She said, usually the Jane Austen stories always end well. I was like, oh, really? Okay, then. If it's not going to have some sort of super edgy ending that will annoy me so bad, then why not? I could check it out. And I did, and I liked it. That was nice. I mean, I have a soft spot for historical settings. Not all parts of history, though. I have to admit that, like, I am not particularly interested in most of the time periods that Harry is interested in. Rip. Like, I'm not too much into the antiquity, like ancient Rome and ancient Greece. I'm not too much into was it the Middle Ages, Dark Ages, the medieval period. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's interesting, but it's not my favorite setting for most things. I I know there was no such time as a good period in history. There was always bad stuff happening no matter when, but some periods are more glamorous looking than others. I don't know if that makes sense. Oops. Um, they're still not a good place to be in. They're still not like, oh yeah, it would be so much better than. No, obviously, but like something about the general feel, you know? That makes sense. They are shooting stars. Like the architecture, the way people dressed, the way people talked, the way they interacted together. Like, usually they're more on the polite side, even when they're not polite. In today's standards, they would still be seen as polite, probably, because nowadays people do say and do a lot of things. We're very free, which is okay. But sometimes you don't want to hear cursing every 2 minutes. Right. At least that's how I feel. Sometimes you don't need to be loud and uh ooh. There are so many things everywhere. My gosh. Oh my gosh. My plants grew up. I'm going to take care of my animals first though. Like, obviously it was a terrible time to live in, but it feels like a refreshing, exotic place you don't want to live in, but you still kind of get dreamy about somehow. If that makes any sense. That doesn't really make sense, probably, but anyway. Doesn't need to make sense, as long as I understand the way I feel about it. Okay, so this here, this here. Classified is better after. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh, no. Phew! I made it! Hmm. Oh, so many eggs! My gosh. How did I get so many eggs? Maybe that's because I I grew up with things kind of like that. Like, One of my old favorites when I was little was a cartoon adaptation of um some some uh collection of novels written like in the maybe 19th century or something, I think. Uh, they were nice stories. I did read these as books later many times because I'm a slow reader. Yes. Once I've read something once, I read it much faster. So I use this to my own advantage. Uh, wait. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Yes. Let me just put these away. Yeah, so the cartoon. It's not what I'm doing. One, what? For one. So yeah, I've had trouble splitting my attention to various things. Mm, okay. Cat. Cute. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it's called in English because I know that the book version in English is called with a different name from the cartoon version translated in English because the cartoon got translated. It was a French cartoon because the books were in French. French girl, French story. Everything about it is very French. Like the author is French, and that's at least semi autobiographic about her childhood. So the story is happening in France, and all the characters are French, and French people made it as a cartoon. And I'm impressed that it got translated, but it was a very great cartoon. I loved it. As a child, I really loved it, and older, I still wanted to watch it again, even though there were some things that were odd, definitely that people got confused about. Because back in the day, strange things happened sometimes, and in today's standards, it's just plain odd. But I mean, what do you want? That's the way it is. That's just the way it is. You can't change the past. The past is the past. So, they're all on YouTube now. Oh my gosh, I can do that. Of course, I can do that. I noticed it earlier. I never used that thing. So cool to play with a controller. Okay, I need seeds. I need winter seeds. What am I doing? Silly me. Okay. Yeah, I need more stuff to make more seeds. That's what's happening. Um, yeah, now since it's such an old cartoon, it's available to watch on YouTube for free. They have an official channel and all from which you can watch it. The comment section is full of people being very confused about stuff that felt totally normal back in the time this story took place, but is absolutely bizarre nowadays. To me, that's funny, mostly because I mean, I understand where they're all coming from because it is weird, but I know that back then it was not weird. So it's funny to see them all being so bewildered by that. For instance, the main character marries her cousin, and everyone is like, like, yeah, they did that back then. Also, when they say cousin, they don't mean like cousin cousin. They mean like, uh, no. How do I put it in there then? It's not the right thing at all. What am I doing with this? I need the milk. No wonder it didn't work. Okay. They meant it's like as someone who is somewhere, somewhat related to you, vaguely, mostly. Or maybe it was an actual cousin, but not necessarily. When you get into these older stories, you need to look at them with eyes turned to the past, or like at least glasses to make you not think it's too weird. Because, yeah, of course, otherwise you're going to feel shocked. But it wasn't too um upsetting. It was just weird. Haha. Okay, so I have some these. Let's make the seeds. Huh. How do I? Ah. But yeah, I grew up with that cartoon, so for me, it feels nice, I guess, to have settings like these from far away past. Not so far away, but far away enough that it feels very foreign now. I needed 2 more seeds. Are you serious? Boop. Okay, now. Mhm. Okay. I don't have any more eggs, right? No. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to get this. Uh, whoops. That's what I was trying to do. Whoop, whoop. Was it the one in which I had? Well, I suppose I'm going to sell them. Whoa. Hmm. You open. Random jelly? Cherry sapling. Oh boy, it's expensive. Coral. Bug meat. Bait. Let me buy one of these. Some. That. This. Cherry. I already have a cherry tree, but should I get another one? They're pretty. Why not? They're pretty. Pretty, pretty cherry tree. I suppose, yeah. Growing up with the thing makes you feel more inclined to enjoy that kind of thing after, because it feels familiar after that. Like the outside, I mean, my house that I usually use in The Sims 4 vaguely resembles the home of the main character in the cartoon. So that's telling. I mean, it stayed with me in a way. I just got inspired by this. I'm glad I can watch it again. Even if it's on YouTube, it's a weird place to me because I'm used to. First time I watched this was like on TV when I was all little. Little me watched weird stuff. Other kids at school either watched no TV at all because their parents were like, no TV is going to make my child stupid. It cannot watch TV. Okay? Or they watched like Scooby Doo. And a bit later, when they were just a little bit older, they were watching like live action comedy shows aimed at youth. You know, these with random laugh tracks in the background that plays all the time. So you know when it was supposed to be funny, because otherwise you would have never known because it wasn't really funny. No surprise, never watched those. I could not deal with them. I found these shows so obnoxious and weird, and they felt like, I don't know, I guess they felt like they were made for teens or something, and I felt very disconnected. I wasn't the kid who always wanted to look like I was a big kid. I was more the one who was aware what my age was. And uh it's not what I wanted to do. What did I put in here? Wait. Huh? What did I grab? Oh, I have no idea. So it's probably not very important. Like meat. Here. This sell, keep, use. Aha. A melon. Okay. Uh, Maybe it was that. Whoop. Going to sell this, these, that. The rest I keep. Where in the world did I put my other coffee bean? I have no idea. I sometimes don't navigate too well. Okay, my gosh, I did it. This... I don't know why I did that. Oops. Think I'll just go here. Sleep. Check something. Ah, alright. Oops. Okay, let me try make sense out of what I was saying. I have a hard time talking as I'm doing stuff. Especially when the things I'm talking about have nothing to do with what I'm doing. So I did get vaguely confused. But in conclusion, I don't really like reading. When I read, I like to know that I like the book. Before, school books are weird. Some old classics are great. I like TV and movie adaptations. I like stories that are set in the past because they feel nostalgic to me because I really liked this cartoon when I was little. I think that's pretty much what I was saying. I'm wrapping it up because this stream is going to be over. um, So let me go here. I don't really need that tree anymore, huh? Do I? I mean, the holiday is in the past, and even in the game now. Uh, yeah. So, thank you, Jexine. Uh, thank you, Xafsa. Thank you, Skybread. And thank you to anyone else who might have watched this. um, well, I had fun. That was very chill today. I needed this. I hope you had fun too. And, well, I hope I'll get to see you again another time. Bye.